Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Good Intelligent Sports Podcast Show. Today is the first day of the NFL preseason for the New Orleans Saints. Tonight, they kick off against the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. And I don't know how to feel about this season. I don't know whether to be to welcome it with a little bit of trepidation or to be enthusiastic about it, to say, hey man, we got another shot at getting to a Super Bowl or just having a productive season. You know, we still got Dennis Allen as the head coach. We got a new offensive coordinator, so hopefully, things are looking up in that department. But we got a couple of new faces on the team as well, with some new players, but we also got some players that came back that don't do us any good. So I'm looking forward to just basically seeing how this team can come together over the next 4 weeks before we really get into, the thick of things when the season actually starts. So I have some ideas of what I would like to see tonight. You let me know in the comments of what you're looking forward to seeing tonight as well. So, but first things first, I want you to like the video, subscribe to the channel. There will be more videos coming out more consistently. I took a little hiatus, took a little break after the draft, just to basically build up some of the ideas and work on some stuff that I wanted to progress the channel with this year. Last year we've grown tremendously, and I'm looking forward to growing some more. But like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you know when I post these videos. And let's continue to grow the channel, get into the YouTube algorithm, and just be productive this year. Hopefully like the Saints plan to, right? So get right into it, because I wrote down some things of what I would like to see. And I've been kind of hearing some things in training camp too. The Saints been in training camp for the last 2 weeks, and it's not been looking good for certain couple players, and players that we pretty much invested in, like Trevor Penning. I've been told, and I've seen on some videos, he's been getting his tail whipped by Chase Young. Now, there's no shame in that. Chase Young is a number 2 overall pick from Ohio State. And the resume that he has, he's a very good player, So him being, dominant over Trevor, it's not really, like the sky isn't falling, for Trevor. But the technique that Trevor's been playing with is the issue. He doesn't have any good technique as an outside tackle. They've been rumblings about moving him to guard. Maybe that might suit him better. Kind of like Andres Pete. Andres Pete came from Stanford, was an offensive tackle in college, and he found out quickly that he could not play tackle in the NFL. It was okay for him to kick out to tackle every once in a while, but they made Andres a guard. And Andres' career was pretty much trending upward from that point on. It's just that he could not stay healthy over time. He got injured easily a lot, so but as far as when he played and he was 100% healthy, he was a formidable guard, and he could play the position. So maybe that's what Trevor needs to be moved to. That's going to be on the offensive line coach and whatnot to make that recommendation to, Dennis or the offensive coordinator, however they, however they chain of command go, but maybe, that might be a step in the right direction to move him to guard. As far as the other offensive line production, I like to see the first round draft pick play tonight, Fuagua. I believe he's going to play, so, he's a rookie, so he don't get much choice, right? He's going to play in the preseason. So I like to see how he does. Offensive line, though, the Saints need some help along that thing. They had a retirement that they didn't really expect, and then, Ryan Ramczyk isn't playing right now due to his knees, which I don't think he's probably going to ever play again. But I said that a couple of videos way back when. That's just why the Saints took the tackle. They needed one. It became a glare. They knew the issues that they had. They knew that Hurst was probably going to retire. They knew Ryan was not going to be able to really play, and they needed an offensive tackle. immediately. So, kudos to them for doing so. Other than that, Derek Carr. Tonight, I don't think he's going to play much. If he plays, it might be one series, but I like to see what they do on that series, with Derek. Man, look, I just want some consistent quarterback play. Derek Carr is a $150 million quarterback. He has to play better. He can't play like someone's backup or someone who's not getting paid as much money, right? So other than that, I like to see Carr with some consistency on his drive, but I'm looking forward to seeing Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler has been turning heads in training camp, and I like to see what the fuss is about. I want to see that. The other guy, Jake, whatever, prayers to him. I believe he's fighting like a rare cancer disease, but apparently it's not affecting his play because he's still playing, which is, he ain't stepped away from football. So I don't know if the cancer is really that serious. But anyway, prayers to him anyway. Anytime you hear cancer, you hear, you think bad things. So, but I like to see Spencer really, really, really get into the offensive and see what he gonna bring to the table. What maybe Derek might be here for another year or so, so it might benefit Spencer to sit down and learn what not to do. You know what I'm saying? As far as other offensive production, Kamara. I'm happy to see Kamara in camp, that he didn't let his contract get into the issue with the holding out and whatnot, and that he wants to be a New Orleans Saint. I'm glad to hear that. How much do y'all think Kamara deserves to be paid? I want to y'all interact with me, because I'm of the opinion that his last contract, he was paid a significant amount of money, but the return on the contract we didn't really get. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to criticize his play. He's been playing well, but he hasn't been playing to the level of, say, a Christian McCaffrey, who's played in the same range as Kamara. And I believe Kamara has just as much talent as Christian does. So we'll see how we can pull that out of Kamara with Kubiak's offense. It's like running the ball heavy, like having production from the running back with catching out of the backfield and running in between the tackles and whatnot. So we'll see if Kubiak can get Kamara back on track and being productive as he used to be, and see where that leads at with contract negotiations. Moving on to the defense, I want to see Chase Young play tonight. I want to see Cam Jordan play, even though I know Cam probably won't play at all. Who my eyes will be on will be Peyton Turner. He has to play, right? He has no freaking choice. He has to play tonight. And I want to see the new cornerback, Kool-Aid McKinstry. But Peyton, it's time to poop or get off the pot. Plain and simple. Poop or get your hat and your coat and GTF. Y'all know when I say GTF, you know what I mean. Get the blankety blank. Like, get out of here. Because I never wanted the Saints to draft him in the first place. When they said the name Peyton Turner, when they turned in the card for the draft, I said, who in the hell is that? And I haven't found out who he was since, because he's been injured his entire goddamn career in New Orleans. It's pathetic. I mean, what do you lift all them damn weights for if you can't be healthy? Like, what the hell, bruh? Look, I'm getting upset thinking about Peyton Turner. Pete Warner, the new money man. I like to see the new money man play tonight. Pete Warner is another Ohio State product. Saints love the Big Ten, and they gave him a $28 million contract extension, and he's locked up with the Saints through like 2027. What more? Like, I don't know what else to say. You know, he's been productive as a Saint. You know, but what else? I mean, what? Look, man. The Saints and Ohio State in the Big Ten, I just don't, you know, whatever, dog. Whatever, bro. Whatever. They gave him a contract. They gave him an extension. But, man, look, I need the Saints to do some more at linebacker position. I'm not going to lie to you. Demario Davis is getting long in the tooth. He's not going to be here much longer. I guess Pete Warner is the answer to that. But we can't take any more people and have the production of, like, say, a Zach Bourne, you know, who's no longer with the team, by the way. But I'm just saying, you know, that Big Ten and linebackers, man, let's go get some SEC linebackers, please. Can we get some SEC talent in here, please? Please. I'm begging you, please. You know, you got Kool-Aid from Alabama, you know, so can we get some more of that, you know, at different positions, you know, please. I'm begging you, please, talent scouts. Thank you. Justin Simmons, what is the talk and all the hoopla behind this safety? That, you know, I'm hearing, you know, I read an article that said if the Saints were able to sign Justin Simmons, they'll have 2 elite ball hawk safeties. And I'm saying to myself, I never heard of the guy, right? I mean, he played in Denver, so of course I wouldn't necessarily hear of him, but I've heard of other safeties in the league before, and this guy here is not one of them. I believe he's a 2-time Pro Bowler or whatever, but if he was so great, why is he still in free agency? It's not like teams can't afford a ball hawk safety. They got plenty of teams out there that got more money than the Saints. So I understand, yeah, the Saints are kicking tires. They let him get out of there without a contract, pretty much, because honestly, if he was that great, he'd have been signed already. Like he'd have been unemployed for 3 minutes. No, it wouldn't be none of this. You know, I don't know what his numbers that he's demanding, but I'm sure there's teams out there that would be willing to pay him whatever he wants, you know, if he was that dude. So I'm just saying, you know, I may be ignorant to this particular situation, but I'm saying to myself, when Jamal Adams is released, he signed. When Quandre Diggs is released, he signed. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. When Tyrann Mathieu got released, he got signed. So I'm just saying, Justin Simmons, I'm not saying he's a bad player or he's not good at anything. I'm just like of the opinion, like, he must not be what he think he is. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, look, like I said, I'm reading articles about him being such a great safety and ball hawk and all that, but he's unemployed and nobody's actually, you know, they're kicking tires. They're bringing him in, but nobody's in a rush to sign him. And we're starting preseason right now. Just my opinion. But other than that, y'all let me know in the comments who you looking forward to seeing tonight. What positions that you're looking forward to see the competition in, and where do you think the Saints will end up during this preseason? You know, win-loss records doesn't really necessarily matter, but as far as the depth chart goes, who you think is going to end up probably being the starters and the reserves, and who you think is on the bubble? Who you think is on the bubble? I'll let you know in my next video. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I'll let you know exactly, because once we get past this first game, then that bubble will start to form and shape itself. And things is we gonna let the chips fall where they may, bro. We gonna, last year I was excited about the Saints going into the season because they had Derek Carr, and I thought that he would be something that he turned out not to be, right? This year I'm taking the approach of I want to see, and I'm gonna temper my responses and my expectations, because that's the first thing that leads to disappointment. Expectations. So I'm going to temper them, and I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may. And then when they fall and I don't like how they falling, I'm a let loose. Dennis Allen, you on my almost cussed. Dennis Allen, you're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat. But that has been another episode of the Goontelligence Sports Podcast Show. Tonight, like I say, Arizona Cardinals, I will be tuned in. And another thing, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to share with me today, and I appreciate you for that. Until next time, peace.